What's up, everyone? Playing Vintage Cube again today. This pack is kind of weak, but there's Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is a pretty safe pick because it goes in any blue deck. And yeah, I'll take it over a fetch land, even though that would also be pretty good. Pretty standard first pick. Jace is a pretty flexible card. It could really go in any blue deck, but it does make stuff like Signets a little bit better, which I don't even like to play Signets that often, but it's a good card to accelerate out. And once I take a strong blue card like this, usually I'm trying to follow it up with another blue card. And I'll take Riftwing Cloudskate. It's good with Planeswalkers. That's just a good versatile card in general. I think so. Pretty easy pick here. Again, I think this is the best blue card. And then there is stuff like Toxic Deluge, which is really strong, but let's stay in blue. So now we could venture into another color. We could take Dak here, which is quite good. There's lots of artifacts in the Vintage Cube, of course. There's also Bribery, and I could stay mono blue. Bribery is really strong, but a high variance card. Sometimes it will only get you like a weak 4 drop, but then if you play against ramp, it can just win the game on the spot. Pretty tricky, actually. I think Dak might be just a little bit better. And it's the cheaper card, so that's what I'm going to go with. It's not too big of a deal to go into red. Blue-red is a really solid archetype. Now we're seeing some green with 3 playable green cards. Not really any red cards I would want to play, just 2 combo cards. And then the only blue card being Upheaval, which currently we don't have an Upheaval deck, but it's certainly a really strong card. As if you saw my previous video, then you'll know that. So I might just take the Upheaval, and maybe this green keeps coming and we could go into an Upheaval deck again. Treasure Cruise, I'm not really even counting that as a card. I think it's just too slow, too replaceable. So yeah, I'll just take the Upheaval. Yeah, green definitely open. 5th pick Primeval Titan. I like Thundermaw Hellkite. I like the Hasty Dragons. They're really good at killing Planeswalkers, and they just end the game pretty quickly. But just with how I've started this draft, just with 3 really strong, fair blue cards, and then I get past Vendilion Clique, that's a really good sign as well. So I'm just going to keep going down that route. I don't feel the need to take like Grim Monolith, even though technically that's like good with Upheaval. I would rather just keep taking the really strong blue cards and see how that goes. Wow, and then we get past 6th pick Fast Bond. Now I might have to move into Upheaval. I love Fast Bond. It's so fun to play. There's a Time Spiral in the same pack, so no one's trying to do any... Well, it looks like Storm is slightly open is what I'll say. This is kind of interesting. Maybe I should just take the Time Spiral and not the Fast Bond. Just stay in blue, and then I can go into combo. Really interesting, but just having the Upheaval, I'm gonna go for the Fast Bond. Like I said, I really like this card. Maybe we can show off some of the things that it does. Sower is okay. It's definitely solid in some matchups. But I'll just take the Prismatic Vista, and it can help me splash these cards. Wow, this is a late Karn, late Tropical Island. Days would be okay, but yeah, I'm really happy to take Tropical Island. Now our mana is going to be pretty decent. And yeah, not really interested in any of these fair cards or Copperline Gorge. Probably maybe I can play it to splash the deck and just play like a Teamer deck. Scavenging Ooze will be an okay sideboard card for my green-blue deck. But yeah, I'll take the Copperline Gorge. Wow, Gearhulk and Probe Wheel. I think those were the only 2 blue cards in this pack. And nothing else is really doing anything. I'll be happy to take the Probe. Currently have no instance for Gear Hulk. Bolas's Citadel and Ugin are both interesting here. This might end up being some sort of big mana deck. I think Ugin's probably the safe pick. Bolas's Citadel would be more of a speculation that I get Tinker, and I actually don't even have a single artifact yet, so maybe Ugin will be good. Maybe we can get Channel. I did pass so many green cards that green's probably not going to be open in the next pack, coming from the other direction, but okay, just as I say that, we get Tireless Tracker and Gilded Goose. Tireless Tracker is really good with Fast Bond, so I think that's a pretty easy pick. Thundermaw Hellkite. Yeah, we could be in just like a fair blue-red deck. I wouldn't have faulted anyone for drafting that way. But I'm really happy with the start, actually. We just need a bit of mana fixing. We do need Courser of Kruphix or Oracle of Moldiah. I know we are... Basically, there's 3 Courser of Kruphix effects in the cube. We already passed one, Augur of Autumn, in the first pack. But I think the other 2 are still available. So those are like the main combos with Fast Bond you're trying to get. So here we open Mox Emerald, which is amazing. It's actually pretty important to have the Mox you get be on color. So I'm really happy about that. We can probably table this Cryptic Command just based on the blue cards that have been tabling so far. And then even Rift Sower would be okay. I am looking for like Birds of Paradise type creatures, the ones that tap for any color mana. So along those lines, there is Sylvan Caryatid, which will help me splash the Dak, which I would like to do. We have a little bit of mana fixing. There's a red fetch as well, but I think Caryatid will be a little bit better because it's good with Upheaval as well. So there's not really competition in this pack. I like Hullbreaker Horror, but I don't think we're like a Storm deck that like goes off and makes a bunch of mana to play Hullbreaker Horror. I think we're more of like a fair deck that also has this upheaval angle to it. Okay, so here's Oracle of Moldiah, which I've already talked about. And yeah, we pretty much just have to take it. Not much competition. Wrenn and 6 could be kind of cool in this deck if we get maybe another fetch land, but very easy Oracle. Now we have a blue-green Signet, which is really good with these 2 4-drops we have. It's really good with Upheaval. And then there's some other kind of average cards that we would play. Suspicious Stowaway. I like this card in like the all counterspells decks because you can just really easily flip it. But yeah, this is going to be an easy Signet. So here's Heartbeat of Spring, but we know that the Time Spiral's gone. And yeah, like I mentioned, I don't think we're trying to do super broken things. We're just going to play some solid cards, but we also have this Upheaval that can kind of get us out of any situation. And yeah, I don't feel the need to go all in on it either and like take Thran Dynamo. Just because if you look at our deck, the Dynamo, it's really only good with Ugin. And I don't even know if we're going to play the Ugin. So I'm happy to take Memory Deluge. This is like our first card draw spell. Jace is a card draw spell, but here is Garruk. That's just another card that's good with Upheaval and Ugin. And it's just decent in general, although we can't really win with it that easily. Garruk can be pretty good in mono green because you get to the overrun really quickly. It just takes 2 turns. But we're not going to have a lot of creatures in play to be able to kill the opponent. But that's okay. I think it's still the best card for us. We are kind of missing a bit of top end. We could use like a Consecrated Sphinx or something. Although I think that card's gone from the first pack. And I know that Primeval Titan's gone, so yeah. So here's another Planeswalker, Garruk Relentless. or Brazen Borrower. They're both quite good. I think I want the Brazen Borrower just to have a cheap interaction spell, which that's what our deck's missing at this point. We don't have any of that effect, so seems fair enough to me, even though our deck's not really playing at instant speed. We have Memory Deluge, Vendilion Click, so those two cards make Brazen Borrower better, but it's definitely a lot stronger when you have counter spells and stuff too. So now Green Sun Zenith. This is an okay Green Sun Zenith deck. It can get Oracle, Tireless Tracker. Lumbering Falls is okay. It is a tapped land. Devoted Druid also okay. I think Green Sun Zenith I'm happy enough with. We can probably find a 1-drop creature that we can... Maybe we can find a Birds of Paradise or something that will make it better. And now there's really nothing here except Rift Sower, and I'm actually fine with that. I'm looking for like a blue or green fetch land, maybe even Steam Vents 2 to go along with it to really make the splash work. And yeah, we're gonna have enough playables, but yeah, I guess our colors aren't super open. Just looking at this pack, there's kind of white, black, and red cards in it. Yeah, we could use a little bit more ramp. Magus of the Order. I don't really see us using this card. Maybe I'll just take the Firebolt. We're not going to have another green creature to sacrifice very often. Another card draw spell would be good. Maybe Sylvan Library. We've almost got a deck. I think we need like 1 or 2 more win conditions too. Although we have Upheaval is definitely a really good win condition in the deck. We can just Upheaval and then cast Tireless Tracker. That's honestly enough to win a lot of the time. Okay, Lotus Bloom. This is kind of interesting. I'm not sure which one of these is better. They both kind of do a similar thing. Heartbeat is kind of good because you can just play it and then Upheaval and then just get the Heartbeat back in your hand and kind of not worry about it. It's not going to help the opponent. But so I kind of like Heartbeat better because you can draw it in the late game and use it right away, whereas you can't do that with Lotus Bloom. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll play either of them. So let's look at this pack. Well, there's a Stomping Ground, which would be fine. Tovolar's Huntmaster. I like it as a win condition. In this sort of deck, it's not like super out of reach to cast like an 8-drop would be. And yeah, I mean, it's the green Grave Titan. It kills pretty quickly. I would actually be happy to have that card. And then there's a couple card draw spells, Ancestral Vision and Coercive Portal. Kind of interesting. I think we already have the Coercive Portal. We kind of have that slot down. We've got Jace, Oracle, Dak, Tireless Tracker, Memory Deluge. Those kind of do this a similar thing. So yeah, let's just take the win condition. And now that slot is filled. This is not really a Jace deck. Narset is kind of cute. Narset is definitely... we get the Time Twister, it would be amazing, but there's not a lot of time left to do that. I think it's just going to be Sylvan Library. Dreamroot Cascade would be okay, although I don't like these. I don't know what these are called. Slow tap lands. I don't like them that much. So yeah, I'll just take the Sylvan Library. I still haven't gotten that 1-drop Accelerant. Now here's Avacyn's Pilgrim, which is one of the weaker ones. Inspired Idea. Don't love that card. It's okay with Fast Bond, though, because you can just empty all the lands out of your hand. And I do like having card draw in blue-green, especially with Fast Bond. So I think that's what I'm going to take. Hex Drinker is fine, too. It's a good win condition. I think it's Inspired Idea for us. Now here's a counter spell. Mana Leak. This will go along with our Vendilion Click Brazen Borrower package. Kind of like that. Tundra doesn't really do anything for us. Yeah, this is kind of mana leak against nothing here. Okay, here's a blue fetch and a Llanowar elf. Both would be quite good. Really not looking at anything else in the pack. We're not a Craterhoof deck. Definitely kind of close, but I think I'll take the fetch land. It's good with Jace, it's good with Sylvan Library and Tireless Tracker, so we have those synergies. Here's some big green creatures, Kogla and Polukranos, and then there's Memory Jar. Memory Jar, it does kind of combo with Upheaval and Fast Bond. Do I want to try that again? It looks like we're probably not going to get the Corsair Kruphix, which is definitely a shame. Yeah, I think I'm going to try for the Memory Jar again. Wow, Fractured Identity? That's such a late Fractured Identity. That's insane. Can I play that? I can cast it off of Rift Sower, Sylvan Caryatid. Prismatic Vista helps a little bit. There might be a Savannah that's going to table too. I can't remember if that was in the last pack. Or there's Cultivate. Cultivate is just like a solid card in this deck. Wow. Fractured Identity. I'm going to take the Cultivate. Just because of the fact that we have this whole Upheaval thing going on, we don't need to interact that much, actually. We just go completely over the top. So there's a red Signet. Not bad. Glenelendra Archmage, that's just like a great card that I would play in any blue deck. Wheel of Fortune is like kind of okay in this deck. Not really. I would only want to play it like right before I Upheaval, so this is not really the Wheel of Fortune deck. And then I'm not really looking at Frantic Search either. I'm happy to take Glenelendra, and it's really good against the control and the combo decks. Now I can't do too much here. Relic of Progenitus is a sideboard card that I like, and then there's 2 card draw spells. I'm going to take Ancestral Vision. I kind of like it because it combos with Dak. It's like I can either suspend it turn 1, or if I draw it later in the game, I'll just discard it with Dak. So I kind of like that. Yeah, Jace is still not happening in this deck. Chart of Course is fine. We're getting to the point where now I have a ton of card draw, and now I'll just take Hex Drinker. I can sideboard it in against blue decks. So we only got the 1 Oracle of Moldiah to combo with the Fast Bond, but we have so much card draw. Card draw also just combos with Fast Bond because you play out the lands, you use the mana to draw cards, you get more lands, you get more mana, you get more card draw. It's a similar thing, you kind of just go off. So I'm not sure how much are we going to lean into this Fast Bond combo, how much are we going to try to just play a fair deck. Gush actually is good with Fast Bond. Wow. Should we just go all in, just play all of these card draw spells? That would be pretty fun. Just taking cards that don't matter at this point. We definitely have some deck building decisions to make. We have plenty of playables here. Yeah, honestly, this is a pretty tough deck building. Might want to take out some of the threats just because of how much card draw I have. I'll be able to find my threats. That's just not going to be an issue. Yeah, I kind of don't love Green Sun Zenith just because it just doesn't have good targets. I can't cast it on 2 mana. And then actually, like, it gets pretty bad in the late game because maybe I've drawn, say, Tireless Tracker and Oracle, and then I cast it to get Huntmaster. Huntmaster, then it goes back in my deck and it's like a dead card. I think it's a little bit weak in this deck. So I do have just like so much card draw that probably have to cut some. I think I want to cut the Ugin too. It was kind of a speculative pick. I just don't think we need it. It also is just bad with my Planeswalkers. It's bad with Sylvan Library. Yeah. It's not really an Ugin deck. And now let's just look at all the card draw. There's just so much of it. Cultivate is kind of a card draw spell. Maybe I'll cut the Chart a Course, since I don't have a creature that can attack, like, always. Now we're down to 24. So Gush is like the most combo-y card that, like, it's really only good if we have Fast Bond, but it's so good. Let's see, is there anything I really want to cut? I also have Sylvan Library, have to remember that. Do I need to play the DAC? I could put the DAC in the sideboard. Although the thing is, I have like free red. So I kind of like that. I do want to play 17 lands. Maybe I play 16. No, I think I want to play 17. I have DAC to discard them. I have 2 fetch lands. I think probably just Gush is got to be the worst one, right? Maybe Cultivate is weaker. Because I feel like I don't need like the mana fixing that much. So let's try it this way. Cultivate's like bad when you're trying to go off. It's like slightly better than some of these cards earlier in the game, because it sets you up nicely, but I've already got some stuff like Rift Sower, Caryatid, Simic Signet. So let's just try it like this. Okay, these lands look good. Let's see how this deck plays out. We're on the play. We'll take that. This hand is totally fine. Not ideal to have Gush in the opening hand, but we have a play on turn 2, and then I can use Vista to get the Mountain out of my deck. So I'm happy to have the Mountain in the deck. There's Rift Sower. Yeah, I don't think that's going to make too much sense. I'm just going to use my Mana Leak or Petty Theft here. Looks like we might be playing against a mono green deck that has Skull Clamp. Green Sun Zenith for 1. So I can bounce whatever they get with Petty Theft, and then I can backfade into steal the Skull Clamp. That seems pretty good. Okay, we drew the green. Yeah, I kind of like this. We'll take the Skull Clamp. You know, maybe they have some good X1s to use with it. And now they're probably not going to be able to play anything too strong, and then I can leave up Mana Leak next turn if I want. Okay, so they're like a green-white creature deck. Oh, this might be like the new token deck again. So this deck might not exactly be living for too long here. But let's use his ability. Maybe I can discard this Gush. Okay, Oracle, that looks really good. Interesting. Let's get rid of Gush. Let's get rid of Rift Sower. And then let's put down the Oracle. It's not likely to die against a green-white deck. Okay, we're lucky to hit Tropical Island off the top. And now this is kind of interesting. Do I equip the Skull Clamp? I don't even think I do, because I want to be able to block. And then there's really nothing that can kill my Oracle. My opponent could use Swords to Plowshares to exile it, but that's not really going to trigger Skull Clamp. Okay, they have red mana, actually. So, might be regretting this. Okay, they have some good targets. I guess they're going to go after Oracle. That makes sense. And then they can attack the Dack Fayden down. That was pretty good. Now, let's see. I don't hate... Let's just play the click. See if they have anything powerful going on over here. Knight of the Reliquary, Port, Elspeth, Sun's Champion. So they are a couple... No, they can cast Elspeth next turn. I'm fine with that. I'll just counter it. Oh, that was so funny. It looked like they had Vendilion Click in their hand. I was I was so confused for a second. Okay, so I'm just going to let them have both of these. Let's just say no. And then I'll Skull Clamp the click. Yeah, I'm just going to try to go combo mode here. Let's draw these cards. Try to find our upheaval. Okay, now I have Mana Leak for the Elspeth. I mean, I imagine that they're going to play into it, although, I mean, it's kind of obvious that I had this, like, after not taking it with click. Like, am I really just going to let Elspeth resolve? That would be pretty amazing on this board. But they played into it anyways. Upperline Gorge. Okay, let's start by probing. Okay, more lands. But I'm just going to stick with the plan. We've got way more card draw in our deck. We did lose our Gush already. We're not dying too fast. I'm at 15, and yeah, their clock is just not that fast. Hopefully we can draw some more action here. Okay, Huntmaster, that is action. They are going to be able to sneak damage in with that Giver of Runes. And the Knight is only a 2/2. Definitely possible that they should be attacking with the Giver of Runes here. They're just giving me a lot of time. I guess they're going to use their port here. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. I guess I'll be able to flip my Huntmaster and then kill the Giver of Runes. Yeah, I'll just kind of be able to start going off with my wolf tokens. I feel like I'm in a pretty good position unless they have drawn something. No, they're going to flip my pack leader. Wow, they didn't draw a spell? That's pretty unlucky for them. Green, red, green. Okay, this is kind of nuts. Now I can attack with the Tovolar. Feeling like I'm in a pretty good position here. They shouldn't really have a way to kill my Tovolar either. Let's see. Actually, maybe if they block with Knight of the Reliquary and get Strip Mine out of their deck, then they would have enough power to add up to 7, but I guess that's not going to matter. So we drew into the Upheaval. Okay, yeah. They've seen enough. We were going to draw our whole deck and pick off all of their creatures, so that worked out pretty good. Yeah, I like how our deck is positioned against a deck that doesn't have much removal. We'll kind of just get to assemble our combo. They could definitely race us, but yeah, I feel pretty good with the deck. Okay, another pretty solid hand. Another bad Gush hand, but cannot argue about turn 1 Ancestral Vision. And then we have all colors of mana, and we have the Mana Leak, which we will probably be forced to use next turn. Yeah, pretty much just need to survive for a few more turns, so I would be mana leaking almost anything they played there. I'll use the Vista to get an island. Huntmaster was definitely a good draw. If I draw a piece of acceleration next turn, that would be nice. But yeah, we're definitely a bit slow here. Huntmaster is definitely really good against Gideon. Yeah, it would be really nice to draw something that we can play this turn. Okay, so we can DAC. Be interesting. I am happy enough to play it, just to gain us some life and see what we can draw here. Okay. I think I can safely discard the Gush. And then, yeah, 1 forest should be fine. I'm really looking to find my Mox here so that I can cast Huntmaster next turn, but we're probably going to lose the DAC here. But Ancestral Vision is coming off of Suspend. So if I can cast Huntmaster next turn, I'll be feeling pretty good. But otherwise, we might be in a rough position. They might just be attacking my face here, because it's going to put me to 3. So they're going to let us keep the DAC. And now they have 2 lethal creatures on board. Regrowth. Okay, so that's going to be a 3rd lethal creature. So yeah, we're definitely going to need something here. Mox plus Upheaval would be a good start. What else can we draw? Riftwing Cloudskate would be good. Okay, there's Upheaval. But yeah, okay, well, we're going to definitely start by using DAC. Probe. We can probe. Let's see, Sylvan Library, that's just not going to really happen this game. And then, yeah, we're drawing pretty slim here. I'm gonna go to 1. Yeah, I think that we were just 1 mana behind this game. And yeah, starting hand was just a little bit too slow. So yeah, Gush being Gush instead of Cultivate really hurt us there. So yeah, I think that deck building choice might have been incorrect. And we're at too low of a life. Yeah, we are dead this game. So we're going to be on the play. I'm going to try to bring in the Cultivate. We're going to be on the play, so it's probably less important to have it, but this seems right against the creature decks that are racing us. And now I'm kind of seeing how this deck plays out. It really needs to get to 6 mana for the Huntmaster or the Upheaval. So yeah, getting that land into play seems important. So yeah, that last game didn't really work out, just having no acceleration. But this hand looks really good. We do have a Signet, and we've got Sylvan Library. They don't have a 1-drop. I like that too. Okay. We have a decision. I think Sylvan Library makes sense here. Just let's take the most turns of having Library in play. If I use Signet, I might actually not be able to use the mana. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. Let's see if they have something besides Skullclamp. Okay, they have Jitte. Jitte will definitely be strong, but we have Dack in our hand, so pretty happy about that. Okay, so I have Click. This is kind of interesting. I'm in the same situation. I can just cast this Signet, but it's not going to do that much. Maybe it will. I need to find red mana. Yeah, I think the Signet's just not mattering that much. Because I'm going to get Oracle into play next turn, and then I might just be able to cast Huntmaster naturally off lands. Let's see what happens here. Council's Judgment on the Sylvan Library. Okay. I could have Draw Step clicked. Kind of didn't think that they were going to play something. I thought they would pass and keep Jitte up, but I guess that was possibly a mistake. Okay, so it looks like they need another land. So I'm probably not going to take anything here. I'm probably going to let all of these chill in their hand, because I don't want to draw them into a land. And then should I just trade for the Stoneforge Mystic? I think I just block, because they have so many cards in hand that are good against Click. They have Jitte, and they have... Oh wow, I just got super punished. Yeah, I was not careful using my Sylvan Library, and now my Oracle is on the top of my deck. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. Especially against a green-white deck. They have a few cards that can destroy Sylvan Library. So that was definitely not great. Okay, they drew into Skyclave Apparition, so That's going to stop me from playing the Huntmaster, but they're still missing their land. I'm feeling still fine here. They have a land. Yeah, now they can equip Jitte. That's going to be pretty good because it's going to take out my Oracle. I guess I should have blocked. Yeah, I think not blocking was a mistake there. Okay, they've drawn two lands. I know 5 cards in their hand. I assume they're going to want to just... No, they're going to rebuy the removal spell, remove the Garruk. Okay. That's all right with me. I think putting Ooze down into play would have been pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to take the land. And then next turn I will be playing Huntmaster. Okay, Rift Sower. I don't need Rift Sower because I have a red source right here. Progenic Ooze. I think Memory Jar is probably the best pick. Just get some more action, and we'll take advantage of the fact that this game is going really slow, and if I can draw a bunch of action, I might be able to have a really good upheaval turn or something like that. Okay, so now they play the Ooze. Let's see if they attack this time. Just start getting counters. Regrowth is gone. Fast Bond is gone. They have the 2 Planeswalkers left in their hand. Okay, so I can Huntmaster or I can Dack Fayden plus equip. I think Huntmaster seems a little bit better. They might still be able to attack. Actually, no, they have 3/3s. No, so they're not going to have a great attack here. Let's see what they do with their Gideon. Okay, have they drawn something else? Elspeth would be pretty good. Elspeth -3 is going to be good. So Tovolar down. Now do they attack? No. Still no attacks. So now is the time to use the Dack, I think. I can Dack and steal the Jitte, attack with a 3/3. That might just be too small ball, honestly. What does Memory Jar do? The thing is, I'm like kind of not at the point of having a good upheaval yet because I don't have enough mana, but I'm pretty close. This is really interesting. I can also just pass and get the Memory Deluge going. I'm at 16. I don't have that many turns is the thing. Lets me see so many cards, though. Wow, my opponent has Fast Bond. Just now realizing that. So they are going to get me with the upheaval. Okay, how do I... D7. I think I have to get the Jitte. Jitte is going to be really good against the 1/1s that my opponent's going to be making. Now, which creature? I want to put it on the beast. This is going to be certainly an interesting game. Just because of the fact my opponent has Fast Bond. So life totals are really going to matter here. It's going to be hard for my opponent to attack me, though, because I have the Jitte, so... Because now I can re-equip it So they don't really have an attack here. But I am going to run out of creatures fairly quickly. It's got the 2 wolves. There's Gideon. Making a 2/2, okay. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to take down this Elspeth. I really need to find Fast Bond and Upheaval and not take too much damage because there's going to be... It's going to be like a race to see who can play the most lands off of Fast Bond. Okay, Cloudscape. What is that going to do for me? Doesn't do a ton, but it can kill Elspeth, actually, because it's a flyer. Kind of like Inspired Idea as well. I think Tireless Tracker's not going to work that much. Let's get rid of these 2. That may not have been the best move, just because I am trying to win with upheavals, and now I have a hand size of 4. So that's going to be interesting. Can I attack? I don't even think I want to attack. Or do I want to Cloudscape, or do I just want to Memory Jar? And then next turn is the Memory Jar turn. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what I want to do. It's kind of risky. I drew the Mox, so that's a good start. I need to make sure I have enough cards left in my library to win the game too. Okay. I guess they're going to go for an attack here. Yeah, I think we might be dead this game. I don't think I have a way to stop that Fast Bond. I guess I can counterspell the Fast Bond after I upheaval. And I can use Jitte to draw some cards, or sorry, to gain some life. So I have a 50-50 chance to hit my upheaval. There's 15 cards left in my deck. Okay, what's going on here? They're attacking Dak. A lot of these. So let's block. Okay, I do kind of want Dak to survive because that just lets me get to the upheaval, but this is kind of a crazy game. 3, 5. Wow, they really want Dak to die. Okay. Dak is gonna die. I guess I just have to take like the 50-50 here. If I don't hit the upheaval, I'm pretty dead. Okay, they've played Crucible of Worlds. Okay, now, do I jar before I draw? I think I do. Because I don't need this Cloudscape. I don't need this Mana Leak till later. I think this is what I want to do. There's the upheaval. Okay, we've got a chance. Go to the draw step. Let's gain some life. Okay, this is kind of crazy. We're going to lose all of these permanents, right? Oh man, this is so fun. Okay. Upheaval. Yeah, my opponent's going to lose everything that's on the board. Yeah, this is the combo. I think it's going to work. Okay. Apparition. I left the apparition alive, so now I get this thing. Now, Emerald. And this island. Now I have access to 5 mana. Okay, now they're losing everything because of Memory Jar. Discards their hand. This is so funny. Okay, so I need something that's going to, like, win the game. So I think I need maybe even this Jace. Can this win the game for me? I think Jace is better. Should have taken note of what was in my opponent's hand, in their hand before I did this. Is the ability? No. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm going to lose all these cards. And I'm going to get back my Mana Leak Cloudscape. My opponent's going to get back 2 cards. I don't know what they are. Okay, Windswept Heath, they drew. They have Ran 6? Okay. Cloudscape. Okay, what do they have? I don't think they're going to be able to do anything next turn. I need to win this game, though. Intrepid Adversary. That's actually a pretty good card. I can just bounce it. I think it's fine to let them have that. They have Ren and 6 still in hand. Yeah, I know they're 2 cards in hand. Okay, so now I want to keep them off of a land. +2. It's something that they can't... If it's a land, I'll put it on the bottom. They do have this fetch land, which is very nice for them. So I could fake them out and just leave something on top. Get the cards. It's a land. I will put it on bottom. Polluted Delta. I have 5 cards left in my library. Okay, let's just hold Mana Leak up. This Ancestral Vision's just not going to be relevant this game. Okay, they chose not to shuffle, which, I mean, they probably should have. Guess they don't want to put a permanent into play because it's going to get bounced by the Cloudscape. Okay, there's another Plains. I'll put it on the bottom again. Still have 4 cards left. Not sure if I have an island in my deck. 1 island, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I feel I might be out of islands. The tropical, yeah. I don't think this fetch has a land to get. I could be wrong, though. Okay, Cloudscape coming off of Suspend. Yeah, it feels like we have this game pretty much locked up. Always fun to play through these weird situations that you never get to see. Top card is Giver of Runes. That is totally fine. Next turn I will be using the ultimate of Jace. And that's going to do it. Oh wow, they have Solitude. So that doesn't take out a Planeswalker, does it? Oh, they're going to shuffle their hand into their library. For some reason, I kind of forgot that. Okay. Okay, so we're still going to beat them on decking, but I kind of was punting there. They could have just left that Giver of Runes in their hand and they would have been able to win the game. So yeah, I should have suspended this Ancestral Vision. That was a mistake. That was certainly a mistake. Did have an island in my deck. But I know all the cards that are left in my opponent's hand and library, so there's really not anything to do except continue passing the turn. Nice. I think I had my microphone muted, so sorry about that, but just unmuted it. Nothing too exciting has happened so far, but definitely hoping this Dak doesn't get countered. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, they have Mana Drain. Mana Drain is never great, but yeah, the Oracle's really important too. But definitely good to know that they have Mana Drain. It's looking like mono blue. Yeah, and they have a nice Coercive Portal to cast. So Caryatid and Library are both pretty similar. I think Library is probably a little bit better to get down. Basically, they're both going to provide me with 1 mana next turn. Yeah, it gets countered. I mean, not much I could do about that. Yeah, this is an awkward position to be in against the mono blue deck. Just because I have such a slow start because I'm constrained on mana, so they're going to have time to draw cards and continue countering all of our stuff. But I guess I'll get to resolve something here. We'll see if they take Jace or Oracle here. They're probably going to, I mean, when they look at this hand, they're going to think we're playing Storm. And they took the Jace. And now we have the Upheaval, which they don't know about. So I'm actually happy about that. I would rather have Oracle. But it definitely could be hard to resolve this Upheaval. Okay, an island on the top, nice. Okay, they're playing blue-red. And Narset is definitely a problem. They're leaving 2 blue up again. Glenalendra Archmage, that card will be okay. Maybe I just let the Oracle die here and just attack the Narset. Interesting. I can cast Upheaval here and then re-suspend Rift Sower. I'm not sure if that's any good. Actually, man, I think that is actually the best play. The Narset is really stopping me from using these 2 card draw spells in my hand. And they might have a slow start. They've already used their mana drain and their counterspell. They might not have other 2 mana counters. And I've got the Sylvan Caryatid this time, so I can play that on my next turn. So this, if this resolves, it's going to be really good. They've drawn with top. Yeah, and they did have the days. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, I can attack Oracle on the Narset. What do I want to do? I think I just want to keep getting value off of my Oracle. Glenalendra might help me kill the Narset eventually. We've lost the Upheaval. That's the most important spell in the deck. Mox Sapphire, the opponent has found. So yeah, we might end up being a little bit low on action in this game. Yeah, and this sword, that's really good. I'll be able to kill the Narset, but yeah, we don't have anything great to get now. $15. Attack Narset. I'm going to Gush here, and it's going to generate a mana for me. So now I'm set up for a Memory Jar turn at some point. Okay, Dack looks really good in this matchup. Yeah, I mean, they have Portal, they have Sword, Fire and Ice, Mox Sapphire. Dack is really good. I'm going down to 8. Cannot block with my Glenalendra. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that can actually go over the top of this. Tovolar's Huntmaster won't be able to race in time. So yeah, I think I'm actually just completely dead. So yeah, our deck is kind of missing that. It doesn't have a lot of modes of attack, really. I don't have a way to shuffle Upheaval back in my deck. Yeah. I guess I'm just going to Memory Jar. My opponent's leaving all their mana up, which is kind of smart because now if they draw into instants, they'll be able to use them to interact with me on my combo turn here. But yeah, there's really just nothing I'm going to be able to do. Well, I got Brazen Borrower to bounce the Sword of Fire and Ice. Actually, yeah, that destroys it because we're on Memory Jar right now. Okay. Pretty interesting. So I'll start by bouncing the sword, because that's what's killing me most quickly. They do have 7 fresh cards. Okay, I guess they don't have a counterspell. Now I can Garruk. Untap. Yeah, that was a really good Memory Jar. Okay, they're drawing with top. Thirst for Discovery. I'm not sure what they're doing. All these cards are going to get discarded. And now I just pass. I could probe, but there's no point in doing that. Now all those cards go away and we get the other ones back. Oh, they have Hullbreaker Horror. Interesting. Shelldock. Okay. Well, I feel like we kind of got back in this game. My opponent only has 7 cards in library as well, so they need to kill me fairly quick because this Coercive Portal is not a May ability. Like, they're forced to draw those cards every turn. So let's see what they have. Karn. That's pretty good. Deceiver Exarch. Wow, they're really losing a lot of cards in their library. Okay, so they're playing Twin, I suppose. They've just revealed Deceiver Exarch. Let's see if they attack here. They are attacking Garruk. They have 6 cards in hand. Oh, Gearhulk. Yikes. Okay. Do they have anything good to get? Oh, well, they have a counterspell, obviously. Okay. Garruk's gonna go down. Down to 1, that is. Honestly, I'm not sure if they're still going to be able to win the game from here. They have 2 combat steps left before they lose the game. The thing is that they might have Twin in their hand is the problem. But I do have Glenelendra Archmage. Pretty interesting spot. I'll play the Glen out. Now the question is, what do I want to do with this Garruk? And the game's really not lasting too much longer, so I think I just take my beast now. And then, yeah, I just try to hold on for dear life here. Just try not to lose the game in the next 2 attack steps. I do have a Mana Leak and Glenelendra Archmage, and I'm at 8. Pretty interesting. But my opponent's going to get to see every card in their deck. If they have Kiki-Jiki, I won't be able to counter it. And I was unable to stop them from using this -1 to get the Deceiver Exarch. So let's see what happens. There's the Deceiver. And now they have Kiki-Jiki. I should be able to Mana Leak it, actually. No, they're untapping. Okay. That is very smart. So yeah, Kiki-Jiki is just going to kill me here. Wow. Really good play by my opponent, playing around the Mana Leak. Nothing I can do. Yeah, if they had Splinter Twin, we would have got there. But that is fair. We lost to a good heavy blue deck, so definitely not a good matchup. Definitely want the Hex Drinker. And I don't really have instant speed interaction to stop the combo. But I have Click and Brazen Borrower. They're both good. I'm going to take out one of the card draw spells. I need to keep all my threats in against a counterspell deck like this. So I'll just put in the Hex Drinker, put in one more win condition. Okay, this is a pretty slow hand. Pretty slow and fair hand, but seems good enough. I didn't see any burn spells in my opponent's deck. Yeah, we saw almost every card they had no burn spells. So I mean, I guess I'm just going to go all in on this Hex Drinker. Goblin Electromancer. Interesting. Okay, let's see. What can I do here? My Hex Drinker is at 4. So I think I suspend Rift Sower here. And then next turn, I can put 4 mana into it and get it up to 8 to be at the ultimate. So, but I'd rather suspend the Rift Sower now rather than next turn. Okay, they have Deceiver Exarch to tap the Hex Drinker. So seems like a good time for me to just get Glenelendra Archmage down. We haven't seen the Splinter Twin from their deck yet. They definitely might have it, though. It could have been in their hand at the end of the last game. But okay, they're just going to pass with all this mana open. So there's really not much left for me to do here. There's the click. That is fine. They might take nothing here. No, they took Dack Fayden, so maybe they have a good artifact. Interesting. I guess I'll put Polluted Delta down to shuffle. But there's not too many decisions left in this game. We've got a Hex Drinker. And I'm just going to attack with it. If they have Kiki Jiki, yeah, there's... I don't think they do. Because I don't even think they would have bottomed my Dack Fayden if they had Kiki Jiki ready on this turn. They would have just had a deterministic win, so... Yeah, okay, there you go. I've been talking about Hex Drinker, I feel like, the last few drafts, and this just goes to show you the power of turn 1 Hex Drinker. Some decks are just really not equipped to deal with it. So that was definitely good to see. And I think I'll just keep the deck the same again. I could even Green Sun Zenith to double down on the Hex Drinker, but honestly, that might just be too slow, and also it can be countered. Yeah, I think I like the deck. Okay, I like this hand. It has turn 1 Ancestral Vision, turn 2 Caryatid. Yeah, this hand looks great. Opponent is on a mulligan. And they're leading with a Mountain. Honestly, that's surprising, considering they have Counterspell and Mana Drain in their deck. So they might have a bit of an awkward hand. Okay, there's the Island and Mana Crypt. Wow, if this is a fast Karn, that's going to be really good. No, Thirst for Discovery. Discarding an Island. And then they draw Mox Sapphire. Wow, they have a fast start. But I'm pretty happy with my start too. I'll be able to play Jace next turn. If I want to. I'm not really worried about Mana Drain because they already have 6 mana. But so yeah, I think I just like slam this Jace down. Interesting position here now. I drew the Fast Bond. I don't think I need to play the Fast Bond. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, this opponent has Daze as well. Jeez, I really don't feel comfortable playing into the Daze. Okay, let's play the Fast Bond and see what happens. Okay, now I can play Prismatic Vista. Now I can Inspired Idea. That'll take me up to 5 cards. Yeah, that's got to be fine, right? I'm trying to save this Vista for a Jace, but okay, I'll play that down. Is there any chance that this Fast Bond dies? No, I don't really think there is, so I'll just pass now. Okay, that was a pretty good turn, and now I'm at the position where I'm not worried about days, and Upheaval is going to be insane. Although my opponent has a Mox and a Mana Crypt, so again, they're immune to Upheaval. And honestly, that's the problem with Upheaval in Vintage Cube compared to Legacy Cube. They have Preordained. Let's see what they did. They put one on top, one on bottom. Okay, one more turn for the Ancestral Vision. There's Oracle of Moldiah, which will be pretty good. So, do I want to... Which of my spells do I want to risk getting countered? Let's see, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm still pretty worried about days. I think I go for Oracle first. Okay, we find one forest on top. Jace, they have 3 cards in hand, and they did have a counter. They really sandbagged that. Okay, and now I can shuffle away the Mana Leak. That seems good. Okay, find another island and Mana Leak again. Okay. Well, we're going to draw a ton of cards next turn. It's going to be a problem if they have Narset. Yeah, that is really a problem. So, okay, now they reveal the days, but that's pretty useless. Wow, they're going to attack me? That seems weird to do that. I'm going to slow roll the memory jar. Maybe I'll regret that. Basically, I don't want to let them know how valuable the Narset is. They're not going to attack with their Electromancer anyways, is kind of the problem, so I should have resolved it, I think. But it'll probably be fine. They still have the Mana Drain in their deck. I'm at 10, so yeah, my life total does matter, because I'm going to try to Upheaval and Fast Bond, but 10 is decent. And they're sitting on a single red, so they're very far away from Kiki-Jiki. If they have Gear Hulk, it's going to be pretty good, but let's see. No, I have Mana Leak, and they know I have Mana Leak, so yeah. Let's play this island. There's the Hex Drinker. So there's not much for me to do here, except just draw step, click them. Don't want to do anything. I will resolve the memory jar, though, just to free up my mana. Gear Hulk? Well, they knew that I had Mana Leak. Okay, they are at 14 from taking 2 hits from Mana Crypt. Now that's a third, so My Vendilion Clique will actually kill them pretty quickly, and I've got a Hex Drinker, which I can fully level up next turn. So I'm actually feeling pretty good here. I mean, Daze is not going to stop this. What do they... They could still have Mana Drain. They might just be playing out Deceiver Exarch here just to put it onto the battlefield. Okay, they are going to Daze. Interesting. Daze. Do they have Snapcaster? No, that's not gonna... That doesn't really make sense. Do they? Deceiver Exarch. Yeah, so they're getting Deceiver Exarch down. Tapping the Oracle. Okay. Interesting. Wow, they have Banefire in their hand. Very interesting. I think I take the Banefire. Not that much they can do with Island, Seagate, Stormcaller. I go to 8. Not too worried about my life total. Oh, they drew Clique. Wow, okay, so now they get to... Wow. Yeah, so I'm getting punished here. Jeez, that was really good. Because now I don't get to draw because of Narset, and now their Vendilion Clique can block my Vendilion Clique, so that's actually just insane. So what do I need to do? Wow, they just bought themselves so much time with that. There's not really anything I can do, though. Yeah, the Narset is just wrecking me right now. They are at 8. They're taking mana off this Mana Crypt. Memory Deluge. Look at the top X cards of your library. Okay, nice. That gets around Narset. I am pretty happy about that, so I guess we will main phase. I can DAC plus Cloudscape. I have 8 mana. So Cloudskate is going to be able to kill the Narset next turn. Just trying to decide, how do I win this game? I'm pretty close to just winning with flyers is the thing. I just need to not get comboed out. It's going to be really hard for my opponent to kill me unless they are comboing me. And I can still draw Glenelendra, that's still in my deck. I still don't know if they have Splinter Twin in the deck, but they have an active Mana Crypt, and I have Riftwind Cloudskate, and now I have Brazen Borrower next turn, so I'm just winning with flyers. Got 1 card in hand. There's the Glenelendra on top. So let's see. Yeah, they're just not going to get to Kiki-Jiki. They're just too far away. How many lands? How much mana do I have? 7, 8, 11, 12, 13. I have so much mana. I can just Memory Deluge here. The best way to win. I can just win with Cloudskate plus Brazen Borrower. What do I want to do? Yeah, I want to attack Narset. Kill Narset, then now my Dack Fayden's online. Yeah, and I can just hold on to Brazen Borrower and use it to disrupt my opponent's combo. That's what I want to do. Although, yeah, obviously this was... Didn't exactly think that completely through. There's the Upheaval. Kind of want the Probe too. Just don't need any of the other cards. Okay, they have an island in hand. Yeah, I don't think they can win with an island. Okay, they won the flip. But they're just pretty locked here. Lock. Lock. I don't need the Oracle anymore. Yeah, I feel like the opponent is pretty locked here. They did draw the mountain, so now Splinter Twin is an out. But I can just play my Garruk. Plus... Do I want a plus? No, I just want to minus the Garruk. Have any more creatures? I really messed up on that turn where I put the Glenelendra into the graveyard. That was not the best thing to do. Upheaval would probably just win the game right here, but I feel like I don't need to do that. I can just Hex Drinker. Yeah, this is gonna win the game next turn. Okay, they did lose a flip, and they got the third mountain, but I think the last card in their hand is an island, so even if they had Kiki Jiki, I have the Brazen Borrower. I don't think they have another element to their deck. Nice. That was a good match. Okay, let's play the final round. We won the die roll again. That's pretty awesome. Got one land and a Mox. Yeah, this looks good enough. We'll suspend the Rift Sower. And we'll just chill on this Prismatic Vista and wait. Okay, mono red. Nice. I like my hand against mono red. Don't have a land for this turn, but I didn't really need to do that to show them that I have blue in my deck, but yeah, I would have regretted doing that if they had Strip Mine. So yeah, classic spot where I have to pretty much mana leak anything. Now Rift Sower is going to come down. Hopefully we can hit a land here because I have two good 4-drops in hand. Okay, nice. So yeah, I think it just has to be Glenelendra first. I don't want my Oracle to eat a Lightning Bolt when I can possibly hit a land next turn, and then I can protect the Oracle with the Glenelendra. Okay, so there's Vortex, so we're gonna start dying fairly quickly. Cloudscape. Okay, not much I can do here. Play out the Oracle. Okay, I can Gush. Yeah, Gush is like pretty free here. Island off the top. Island from my hand. And Brazen Borrower is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm really happy with that sequence of events. But let's see. Okay, so I can cast Tovolar's Huntmaster next turn if I can find a land on top. Let's see what my opponent has here. I think I'm going to have to take this one. The best thing I'm going to be able to do is let's get this Huntmaster into play and start racing. Okay, where's the Lightning Strike going? Onto the Oracle. Okay, do I want to counter that? Yeah. So I'm not gonna be able to bounce the Sulfuric Vortex. That was kind of the plan, but so it's a little bit awkward. But if I can find land, this is going to be really good. Okay. You don't find a land, but I can Riftwing Cloudskate. Pretty interesting. Might be able to race. Let's see. The best thing I can do. I don't really like Probe. I could cast Probe for life here and try to hit a land off the top, but I don't think I need to. They have another burn spell. I'm not really racing too effectively here. Okay, Abbott into Voltaic Visionary. I won't mind that if that's what they're going to cast here. Just 2 more creatures. It means Swift Spear is not hitting me. I'm not playing around a Lightning Bolt here. Yeah, Fire Blast. That's going to be tough. Gonna go to 3 here. Shoot. Okay, and we miss on land again. Okay. Yeah, we're probably dead now. What can I do? Yeah, the Fire Blast was really good. Brazen Borrower to bounce the Vortex. Yeah. Sylvan Caryatid. Okay. Let's cast Probe. There's an island. There's another island. Okay, so now I can Huntmaster, and that will give me 4 creatures in play. Sorry, it will give me 5 creatures in play. Seems good. I can hit with Glenelendra. Put them at 10, and currently I'm not dead, but they're going to have 2 draws at a burn spell. 1 with the Visionary, 1 on their draw step. Either one will kill me. But if they can't kill me here, might have a chance. Ragavan. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't play around a haste creature. Man. The 1 damage from the Glenelendra, I mean, I'm not sure if it would have mattered. I think it did get them down to an even multiple, and that's kind of what we were dealing with the Vortex. I felt like I had to attack. But yeah, I let them have a couple more outs like that Ragavan. Definitely a tough matchup. Yeah, Upheaval is not really effective against mono red at all. I think I have to bring in Hex Drinker. Cultivate seems okay. Just ramping into Huntmaster is one of the best things I can do. Just like play fair, just get a Huntmaster into play and just win with it. So I might want to even bring in Green Sun Zenith. What is Upheaval going to do? Yeah, Upheaval's just so bad against red. What can I do with Upheaval realistically? I won't have enough life to use Fast Bond with Upheaval. I think I'm just going to take it out. And then can I play Baral? Just as like a blocker. Should I take out Fast Bond? I don't think I should. Yeah, I'll take out Memory Jar. Memory Jar is really bad against Fire Blast and burn spells in general. They just leave mana up. I can't really use the Memory Jar because they'll just draw into like 3 or 6 points of burn, so this is a pretty bad Fast Bond hand, but it looks strong enough. Got Click and Garruk. Opponent has mulliganed down to 6. Okay, Bomat Courier. The Rift Sower will be able to block that. Hex Drinker. I think I'd rather just keep up Mana Leak. Maybe later in the game I can deploy Hex Drinker and immediately level it up to 3. That might be good. Yeah, I think that has to be the plan with Hex Drinker. They might tap out at some point. I could even do it next turn. If I draw a land. Okay, that's good enough for me. Hopefully I can Mana Leak this and then just start tapping out for a few turns. We draw the land. I think Hex Drinker has to be the strongest play here. Next turn, I can possibly go Garruk plus into Vendilion Click if I draw another land. Okay, there's Ferocidon, but I'm feeling pretty good now. I have a high life total. Yeah, Fast Bond is pretty dead. It's possible that we should take that out. What do I want to do here? I'm just gonna draw step the Click. I'm not too worried about them like using a burn spell on the Vendilion Click. It will let them attack with the Ferocidon. No, they can Fire Blast if they want to. They attack Garruk, I'm gonna double block. I wonder if they will Fire Blast the Click here. Take Garruk down to... Actually, they can just Fire Blast the Garruk and just take it down. But then they won't be able to cast this PN Kieran, which is going to be really good against Vendilion Clique, so... Okay, what am I going to do now? Okay, I can Hex Drinker. Let me just think for one moment. Hex Drinker costs 5 to get to a 6/6 that's unblockable. Then I can overrun with Garruk. That will make it a 9/9. And my Clique will be having 6 power, so I'll do 15. So that's actually going to force my opponent to Fire Blast the Clique. Otherwise, they're just going to be dead. So let's just try leveling this up. Okay, hold on. Now let me do the math again. If I just attack for 9 here, that puts them at 10. So yeah, that does not put them dead on board. So if I ultimate the Garruk, they're forced to Fire Blast Clique. Do I want them to do that? They Fire Blast Clique, and they attack me back for 5. They go down to 10. I think I win that race, but it's kind of close. Or I can just minus the Garruk to get a beast, and that's actually going to be pretty good. But once they get that PN Kieran down, I don't know. They might not even see the play. Yeah. Okay, no, they can still do it. They can wait till after. They can Fire Blast now. Yeah. Okay, they did see it. They Fire Blast. I mean, Bomat's going to be pretty good here. I don't know. They have 2 attack steps to kill me. Den of the Bugbear. Okay, drew Tireless Tracker, nice. Yeah. Drawing a creature probably is it going to assure us the victory here. But even without it, I would have had the Rift Sower to block, but put down the Tireless Tracker. So we'll see. They're going to need a lot of burn. So it's technically possible they can get there just because of the Bomat Courier. They're going to attack with everything. No, they're leaving the Recruiter back. Okay, this is the way to save the most damage. Nothing left for me to do now. Go to 9, and yeah, they basically just have to find... Yeah, I don't even know if there's enough burn in the cube to do it. Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast. It's not going to happen. Okay, so the Hex Drinker was a very good sideboard option. Now, maybe I should take out the Fast Bond. The fact that it costs life is definitely problematic. Jack Faden has seemed kind of weak so far. Wonder if this Helena and Alina is good. Take out Fast Bond. I can put in Baral. I think I need to play Baral. Okay, this is going to be the last game on the draw against Mono Red. Not exactly what you want. I think this hand is fair enough. We have a turn 2 play. There's not too much more that we could ask for. Hazoret, Vortex, Visionary, Scrounger. Big first go with Visionary, okay. Okay, Scrounger, I can steal that with the Dak Fade, and that's going to be pretty good. So... do I just want to Brazen Borrower here? I think so. I just don't want to give them the chance to use the ability. Don't really have a great play next turn is the problem. You do put down the Vortex. Okay, well, I mean, okay, well, that changes things. Mox Emerald, that was a fantastic draw. Garruk, and I'll just start making beasts, and we're actually just going to race them. This Vortex, they only got me down to 18 before putting the Vortex into play. And the Hazoret, ooh, they drew Mox Ruby, nice. Because, yeah, Hazoret's not going to be amazing against, I mean, I have Brazen Borrower and Riftwing Cloudskate, so. 3 cards left. Okay. I can use Cloudskate here. I feel like that's probably what I want to do. Then next turn I can DAC plus Brazen Borrower. That seems good enough. Okay. Cloudscape. And Scrounger cannot block. Scrounger is going to get an attack in. But they are at 13. Let's see if they attack Garruk or me. Attack Garruk. That's fine. I don't want to trade my beast off. If I traded my beast off, my DAC would not really be useful. So they play the Visionary down again. They still have a mountain, I believe. No? What is going on here? Did they not play a land that turn? Okay, well, I'm going to attack with everything. I imagine they're blocking here. They're going to go to 8. Okay, they have a Lightning Strike. Nice. Okay, I will DAC. And then I'll pass and Brazen Borrower end of turn. They're going to go to 9 here. They're probably not getting in with Hazoret this turn. Okay, Recruiter to get another cheap creature. I think they're going to have to do some blocking on their turn. They're effectively at 7 because of the Vortex. And I'll be able to attack them for 5. So yeah, this Scrounger, okay, they get Shield Breaker, which can destroy the Scrounger. Okay. They don't have any more lands. Okay, wow. So I wasn't paying attention. 3 cards, one of which is Hazoret. Yeah, the Hazoret's really just not working out for them here. I'm going to go to 11. Tireless Tracker. Sylvan's not going to do anything this game. Not sure about the Inspired Idea. What could that draw us into? I guess I should just find out. Okay, they go to 2. They need to kill me this turn. I'm effectively at 9 because of Sulfuric Vortex. So it's going to have to involve Fire Blast. Nice, they don't have it. Okay. Another trophy with blue-green. Thank you for watching. See you next time.